Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Ready.
35, Mike, 35. Are you getting the headache?
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here.
Get it.
On second down, here's Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Lindsay. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, so much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Check, 47. And watch that elbow.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
First down, Chargers.
Operating from the gun. Baker finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, Baker. And it's complete. Henry And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Dancing to his left. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Second and 9 now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Baker. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On first down, Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Box drop. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
On play action, Locke. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
I'm going to run you over.
Yes.
Mike's 56. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Bravo.
56. Mike, 56. Right
Sit up.
56.
On third and long, it's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
You can't block me. 52's the mark, boy. 52.
To throw is Baker. From the gun, he'll throw. It's Williams on the catch. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey!
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, Alpha!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Five.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Clear. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Wild now. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Matt Wild now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
We're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
At the 12-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
22's coming, 22's coming, coming for the second.
Now Baker, operating from the gun. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
552. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 52's in line.
Baker now on 3rd down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. He's got a man, complete. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Gordon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Set, cut. Turn the ending. 65, 65.
Operating from the gun. Baker. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. But now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing.
Here's Baker looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Baker. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Baker from the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Ready?
They look to throw. It's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's coming. Double up.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Baker. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Check, 47. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. One twist.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. To throw is Baker. To throw on second down. Flush to his right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Baker from the gun on third down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking to throw on second down. Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
On the ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That's good for 28 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to loft one. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Baker. And caught by Henry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
First down, Chargers.
Got it. 52's the mark, boy. 52. I don't think you got it, sir.
Baker now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. This pass finds its way to Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Baker, operating from the gun, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Baker. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Watch the clock.
Operating from the gun. Baker gets it to Gordon. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Baker. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
3 down.
They run again with Jackson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming after you. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. 52's the mic, boy. 52. And I'm coming after you. Where's 52? Watch 52.
To throw is Baker, operating from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Clock now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away his time.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
86 is on the go, 86 is on the go. That's you, that's you.
Check, 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 check.
52 is the mic, watch Mike, watch Mike. Check pass, check pass. 5-2 is the mic, Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
Yes, yeah. Heavy on the edges.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Now Baker looking to throw on second down. Able to get this to Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. Caught. It's Wilson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Butt set, butt set.
First and 10, Stick. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Baker now to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The reception good for 7. It's third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Baker from the downhill throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
What you got, baby? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Shoot! Kick. Hey, turn it up.
Baker throwing on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go!
Again, it's Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Break. Cut. Check. Look. Squeeze. Check. Hey, wahoo.
Now Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And Allen's got it. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, How about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense. They will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the Broncos, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.